when I graduated from University of Manitoba, I had a Bachelor of Science degree and nowhere to go. So I went to work at the radio, CKRC, the radio station, where I had been working nights for the past couple of years, putting myself through school. And one day after a few months, the boss called me in and he said, Monty, you should go to Toronto. Here's a map. I pointed out where the radio stations are. This is before television. He said, and if you stay here, you're going to end up being in a nice, comfortable job here, but you should go to the big time. So I went home and I said to my folks, I'm going to Toronto. My mother said, do you have a job? I said, no. Well, how can you just pick up and go? I said, that's what people do. So I picked up and went. And one of my first people, I had one cousin to call. And I called that one cousin, and he introduced me to Marilyn, and the rest is history. But I remember that when I left Winnipeg, I went to the train station, and seeing me off was my mother, my aunt, and her daughter. That was it. Send off 3 people, send me home. My father was too busy at the store. My brother was at college. So I left. Monty departs for Toronto with 3 people at the station waving goodbye. Oh, about 20 years later, Winnipeg decides to have a welcome home Monty Hall. And then in front of the City Hall, thousands of people coming in to greet me, to welcome me home. And I thought to myself, well, success has many fathers, and failure is an orphan, but they welcome me back. And my aunt and my daughter were there too. But I still, so fondly, I go back to Winnipeg as often as I can. I have quite a large family at one time. They're diminishing over the years, but going back there is a joy for me. Winnipeg is still home, even though I lived in Toronto for 10 years as well.